Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for joining us. Happy Friday. I'm Will DuPree, coming to you from the KXAN live studio for the start of something new, which is very exciting to talk about. Now, a lot of you are used to tuning in every Sunday morning to our statewide politics program, the state of Texas. You see it right here. But coming to you on Friday afternoons from now on, we are going to come on here, bring a member of our KXAN politics team, and talk about what to expect during this weekend's show. And with so many headlines to discuss, we felt it was important to kind of get this thing started today. And to kick things off, we are bringing in the host of State of Texas. That is Josh Hinkle, and he is joining me here live in studio this afternoon. Josh, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Will.
Happy Friday. And of course, we are talking about this new live stream we're starting every Friday afternoon. So give people a sense about what we're hoping to do in this space.
So we have so many ways that you can experience State of Texas right now. We have a newsletter that comes to your email inbox on Saturday mornings to kind of give you a preview of what we can expect to see on this week's program. Also, we have the State of Texas program that's the core of that coverage that is every Sunday morning. And we also put a lot of stuff online. We also have a podcast now. So this just seemed natural that we should just take another step so we can bring you even more political coverage, because Texas is the place where it's happening right now.
Yeah, why not add one more thing for people to check out, right?
Right.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through a few of the stories of the main aspects of the show that you all can see this Sunday, talk a little bit about that, and then at the end we're going to remind you about how you can watch State of Texas. So let's kick things off really quickly. The big story people will hear more about on Sunday is related to the upcoming impeachment trial of suspended Attorney General Ken Paxton. Remember, the Texas Senate will hold that impeachment trial starting on September 5th. And this week, the Texas House impeachment managers revealed new allegations against Paxton. Now, Josh, you interviewed a journalist who dove deep into these new documents. Tell us whom you're speaking with this weekend.
Right. We talked with the Texas Tribune politics reporter, Zach Despart, this weekend, and really he's part of a team that has been looking at the newly released evidence. He was telling me that he stayed up really late last night going through the nearly 4,000 pages of evidence that was just released. Clearly wasn't able to get through all of it, but there's so many new discoveries that we're learning about in this case that kind of shocking to a lot of people, but also just bringing up a lot of questions about what this means for the impeachment trial moving forward.
Among the responses filed by the House impeachment managers, they outlined evidence that Paxton used his office to benefit the Austin real estate developer Nate Paul. In turn, they say that Paxton got Paul's help with home renovations and hiding a mistress. Josh, the filings also include an allegation that the two men shared an Uber account. What did Zach tell you about that?
Well, they really talked about in the 4,000 pages of evidence that this was spelled out that Ken Paxton had an alias that was being used in this Uber account that he and Nate Paul have been alleged to be using together. His alias was Doug P., and that he was using this account and the Uber service to travel to his mistress's apartment. House managers have cited this Uber account between Paul and Paxton and the fact that Paul also employed Paxton's mistress. Paxton's attorneys have filed a motion to dismiss this and a lot of other evidence based on what's known as the forgiveness doctrine. They claim the public knew about his misconduct already on what, and they must have forgiven him because clearly they reelected him last year.
We, of course, cover all that aspect of these new filings from the House impeachment managers who brought those articles of impeachment against the suspended Attorney General. But, of course, his defense team is reacting. Tony Busby, who's his lead defense attorney, shared a statement. It will show this in part. He wrote, quote, Attorney General Ken Paxton has neither sought nor accepted a bribe, and the House manager's slanderous accusation to the contrary is meritless, no matter how many times they repeat it. The back and forth continues, and you can read more about what was included in the House impeachment manager's documents that were filed earlier this week over on KXAN.com into this story. Now, Josh, I want to continue our conversation highlighting another one that you all will be bringing up in the show today. Coming up next week, just this next week, Republicans running for their party's presidential nomination will debate for the first time. Former Congressman Will Hurd, who you see here, is currently the only Texan in this race, and at the moment he may not be on that debate stage. One requirement for the Republican candidates is to make the debate is to reach 1% support in at least 3 national polls. Will Hurd did reach that 1% threshold in a poll released just this Wednesday by Quinnipiac University. However, the leader by far, as you see in the results, is Donald Trump. The poll shows the former president with 57% support from Republican voters. Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis has 18% support, coming in second in this poll, and no other candidate tops 5%. Now, Josh, we got a chance to hear from Will Hurd when he stopped by our station a little bit earlier this week and spoke to our anchor, Jennifer Sanders.
Yeah, that's correct. They really talked about the possibility of him being on that debate stage and what it would take. But a lot of the conversation focused around what he would do moving forward after that. He has been very outspoken that he does not support the former president, Trump. And so there's this question about, will the people who do not get the nomination, will they eventually support whoever the nominee is? And so that's a big question surrounding whether Will Hurd would do that. Right now he says no, because he does not believe that President Trump is what the future of the Republican Party should be. So it was a really interesting conversation, and I'm excited for the viewers to get to hear what's happening with that.
And we'll hear a portion of that interview now with Jennifer Sanders.
That loyalty pledge, you're signing loyalty to support the eventual GOP nominee. And your stance, though, has been that you will not support Donald Trump. So will you not sign that pledge at all? Because that will keep you off of the debate stage.
Sure. Ultimately, we need to hit the requirements in order to get to that point. And so once we do that, we'll engage with the RNC and see how the process evolves. In my adult life, I've never signed a contract that I didn't have amendments to. And so we'll see where it is, and I'm looking forward to engaging with the RNC on that, because a lot is, even though this is next week, there's a lot in the air, up in the air about what's happening. And I'm hoping folks still continue to help me hit those marks by going to herdforamerica.com and giving me at least $1 to make sure I'm on that debate stage.
You'll be able to hear more from that interview with Jennifer Sanders coming up this Sunday on State of Texas. Now, finally, we are hearing that a Travis County district judge may issue a ruling as early as Wednesday over a challenge to Senate Bill 14. This is that law that is set to go into effect on September 1st, and it would ban transgender minors from receiving things like puberty blockers and hormone therapies to assist in their transitions. A hearing issued that lasted for 2 days this week over that lawsuit was brought by several parents of transgender kids and doctors. They are filing to block this law from taking effect. We will keep following the latest developments on this challenge, and of course, when the judge issues a ruling, we will bring that to you on KXAN.com and on KXAN News and discuss more about it on State of Texas. Josh, that about wraps up our conversation, giving people a sense about what to expect on Sunday during State of Texas. Remind people how they can watch and when they can watch.
If you're watching on KXAN on TV, you can watch at 8:30 on Sunday, 8:30 in the morning on KXAN. We also re-air the program at 9:30 p.m. on CW Austin. We also air this program across the state and many other Nexstar markets. We have 14 different markets, so chances are we are on where you're at on Sunday morning too. It's a little bit different time depending on where you're at, so just check your local listings.
And I think that'll do it for the very first edition of this preview for State of Texas. That is Josh Hinkle. I'm Will DuPree. Thank you all for watching here this afternoon. We will see you all bright and early on Sunday morning with the latest show. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. Take care, everybody.